it is Game Theories here, and Zootopia Plus is dropping literally tomorrow. We've only had a trailer yesterday, and yet we're very soon going back into the land of Zootopia. But the biggest question for me is, does this hint at a possibility there being a Zootopia sequel very soon? Let's get into it, but before we go any further, please make sure that you've clicked the red subscribe button down below, because we are so close to 100,000 subscribers. It's honestly unbelievable, I can't believe it. Let's get into the video. Zootopia Plus, or as it's called here in the UK, Zootropolis Plus, is a spin-off show set in the world of Zootropolis that is going to expand on all those side characters from the original movie. It's very similar to other projects on Disney Plus like Monsters at Work and Baymax, which if you haven't seen them, you really should. They're actually pretty good. But the one I was most excited for was definitely this one. I absolutely love Zootropolis, and looking at these other spin-off shows can tell us a lot about what this show will be like and whether we can expect a sequel anytime soon. Both Baymax and Monsters at Work had episodes focusing on expanding the fictional world and fun side story or quest. I imagine Zootropolis Plus is going to be the same as Monsters at Work, which introduced Mike and Sully right from the get-go, but then gradually their appearances became less and less, and we were introduced to our other main characters in the show. This show is doing something similar. The first episode is focused on Judy Hopps and her family to get audiences invested, but then every episode afterwards doesn't actually have Judy appearing in that we know of, and Nick hasn't been confirmed to be in any episodes at all, so it's all about completely doing a whole spin-off. There's also the similarity to Monsters at Work that this isn't actually a sequel to Zootropolis, but instead every episode looks at each side character's perspective throughout the original film, and each episode is going to go chronologically through the main points of the film. The first episode is going to be looking at Judy going off to Zootropolis, and the second one is going to look at Fruru when she gets that near-death donut experience from the iconic scene that I'm sure we've all seen. And the final episode is ending with the Sloths having a dinner together, and it might even end with Flash driving off really quickly to see Nick and Judy, like how we saw at the end of the last film. It's going to be really interesting to see how these episodes tackle the issues of the first film, especially as the later episodes will deal with the time period of the predators being discriminated against in Zootropolis. The good news is, though, that this is not a sequel, which means that there is a very huge possibility that we could still get a sequel to Zootropolis. I'm not saying that if this show does really well, then we'll suddenly get a sequel, or if it does really badly, then we won't get a sequel, but I do think Disney is definitely using this as a test run for whether people are still going to be invested into this animal city once again. Walt Disney Animation Studios sequels in recent decades have seemed to take around 6 years. We had Wreck-It Ralph in 2012, which then returned in Ralph Breaks the Internet in 2018. We of course had Frozen in 2013 and Frozen 2 in 2019, and here we have Zootropolis in 2016 and Zootropolis Plus, you guessed it, 6 years later in 2022. But that doesn't mean that we're just going to be getting this and that's it. I can see around 3 possibilities of where Disney could be heading. Number 1, we don't get a sequel, and this acts as like a tying moment for Zootropolis, similar to the end of the Baymax show. After all, the movie did end with a high and everyone being very happy. Number 2, this show is so successful that they decide to add another season taking place after the film but in a TV format. Now, they're doing this with Monsters at Work, where season 2 will take place after the film Monsters Inc. However, the fictional world of Monsters Inc. as a laughing world definitely fits better as a TV show, more sitcom style, rather than a fully fleshed out film. That's one of the main reasons why they made a prequel instead of a sequel at first, just because scaring is way more interesting than laughing. Zootropolis, I definitely think, is a much wider range, especially since we're delving more into all the side characters. However, if they did want to keep on expanding this world, having another season of episodes about different characters definitely achieves this, so we might just get another season instead of a sequel movie. There were rumours Zootropolis 2 was being discussed after the first film came out, but those discussions were all about expanding the world even more, and that eventually just kind of led into this TV show idea in the first place. And number 3, which I think is most likely and I'm really hoping for, they are planning a sequel or maybe even a prequel, and this show is just something to keep the fans going and of course to sell Disney Plus subscriptions while they're finalising this new film. Zootropolis broke over $1 billion at the box office, and it's one of Disney's most successful films of all time. And the cast are clearly down to return for a sequel as they came back for a TV show, including Jennifer Goodwin, who played the main character, Judy Hopps herself. It's highly possible that this show might introduce certain themes, characters, and locations that could play a big role in the sequel that they're planning, or that the ending episode could show Nick and Judy about to go on a big investigation that leads into the second film. Either way, Disney very much loves Zootropolis or Zootopia, whatever you want to call it, and are expanding its world, which is making me very excited to watch it tomorrow. Guys, let me know down below in the comments what are you excited for about Zootopia or Zootropolis Plus, and what episodes you want to see. And also let us know down below in the comments, do you think that Disney are making a sequel to Zootropolis, and do you reckon that Zootropolis Plus is kind of just like a stepping stone to that? I really hope so. But anyway guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Guys, please help us get to 100,000 subscribers. Honestly, it's amazing that we came this far. Let us get past that milestone. And if you really did enjoy this video, please make sure that you stick around. And as always, we've been here on Gated Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.